Tonight, more than 400 guns, an antique cannon, and 300 grand cash. Which former MP is being accused of firearm trafficking? Also tonight, buckling under extreme heat. Where decades-old records were smashed by the weekend's sweltering temperatures. And later, some things never get old.
I beat him 7-3.
To my 8-year-old grandson.
Where you can cash in your coins for a shot at topping the scoreboard.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Disgraced Winnipeg fashion mogul Peter Nygard was supposed to stand trial today in Montreal on sex-related charges. Instead, the 84-year-old unexpectedly took a plea deal and the judge found him guilty on all counts. CTV's Matt Grillo reports.
Monday was supposed to be the first day of Peter Nygard's trial on charges of sexual assault and confinement. Nygard's lawyer did not present any evidence in his defense. The judge then found him guilty on both counts.
A declaration of guilt is always a victory.
The prosecution explained the assault took place in the late 90s in Nygard's penthouse in Montreal. The victim was 18 years old at the time, an aspiring model who met with Nygard to discuss work opportunities. Nygard once led a women's fashion empire. He was previously convicted in Toronto of sexual assault and sentenced to 11 years in prison in 2023. He has not been given a sentence in this Montreal case.
I can tell you that I presented the Crown with some significant evidence last week that would have undermined their case significantly, and that the sentence will reflect that.
There are no perfect cases. I was ready to proceed, which means that I was convinced that I was able to obtain a conviction in this file.
Nygard is facing extradition to the U.S. on similar charges. His lawyer says Nygard is dealing with health issues.
I'm hopeful to make contact with the authorities in the United States and to discuss the viability of their prosecution and to see if they actually do intend to extradite Mr. Nygard or what their intentions are with him.
Nygard's lawyer says her client is eligible for parole later this year. The next hearing in the Montreal matter is set for October 2nd. Matt Grillo, CTV News.
A former Manitoba Member of Parliament is facing a litany of charges after Mounties allegedly found hundreds of firearms at his home. RCMP released these photos showing some of the 439 guns they say were seized from a home in Dauphin last Tuesday. They also found an antique cannon, ammunition, and more than $300,000 in cash. Investigators say it will take several weeks to document all the evidence, but so far they believe 3 guns were illegally trafficked. One had its serial number tampered with, and most of the firearms were improperly stored.
So this investigation origins date back to March 23rd, 2026, when RCMP were notified that firearms charges had been laid in the United States against a 73-year-old Dauphin area male. This prompted a further RCMP investigation that resulted in more charges being laid against that individual. While executing a search warrant for that file, the RCMP found and seized firearms that were purchased by a second suspect and never lawfully transferred.
The second suspect, 78-year-old Inky Mark, was arrested and released from custody with conditions. Mark was mayor of Dauphin before serving 13 years as the MP for Dauphin Swan River. He's facing more than a dozen charges, including firearm trafficking, possession of a restricted or prohibited weapon, and unsafe storage. A reminder, those charges have not been tested in court. Manitobans sizzled under intense heat this weekend, breaking more than a dozen records Sunday. According to Environment and Climate Change Canada, 7 communities experienced their hottest July 12th on record. Carberry and Gretna each beat heat records set back in 1969, reaching 34.7 and 35.8 degrees Celsius respectively Sunday. Fisher Branch bested its record set in 1979. Less than a degree earned Grand Rapids and Portage la Prairie new records, while McCreary and Shoal Lake beat records set back in 79 and 64 by much wider margins. The weather agency says Gillam, Gimli, Kleefeld, and Swan River all tied their previous heat records. Meanwhile, the Winnipeg Regional Health Authority says 3 care homes in the city are currently without central air conditioning. A spokesperson says a mechanical issue at Middle Church Home is being fixed as quickly as possible, with air conditioning in common rooms and portable equipment being used to offer some relief. Temporary air conditioners have been installed at Donwood Personal Care Home following flood-related damage last month, and air conditioners have been put on each floor of Pembina Place Personal Care Home to offset some of the AC issues there. Some roads and highways are suffering under the intense heat. Winnipeg City crews could be seen this afternoon in the Polo Park area working on this buckled road. A spokesperson for the city says they don't track calls for buckled roads specifically, but say emergency maintenance crews haven't been able to keep up.
Well, it's really difficult to predict where on a roadway it will happen because it depends on many conditions like traffic and what's going on underneath and the condition of the concrete to begin with, and whether there's curves in the road.
This morning, a portion of the Perimeter Highway was shut down for that same reason. Buckling happened on at least 7 highways yesterday, including stretches of highways 75, 59, and 8. The province says highways are cut at intervals, giving concrete room to expand, but buckling can happen if those joints are filled with sand and dust. Now to a new vision for a St. James landmark.
When we go back to the 1829, 1830, 1831, and we look at actually who Cuthbert Grant was, he was a community leader. He brought the people together, and that's exactly what we're doing again today.
Grant's Old Mill has been closed for the past 2 years due to significant structural concerns. A new plan to rebuild and reimagine the historical replica was announced over the weekend by the St. James Assiniboia Pioneer Association. The 10-year plan includes a refurbished mill, a Métis Veterans Memorial, an amphitheater and festival space to showcase cultural and community programming, plus a new interpretive center with a cafe and local artisan market.
And with the interpretive building, it will be open 12 months out of the year. It will house some of the artifacts of the mill, as well as provide a space for community groups.
The association is actively working to fundraise and secure donations for the $850,000 restoration project. Grant's Old Mill has been closed for the past 2 years, and they hope to reopen it in 2028. And here's our first look at tonight's weather. It's currently 23 degrees, feeling like, I guess, a cooler 27. We've got quite a few clouds in the sky right now. That is set to clear overnight, with temperatures dropping to 20 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow morning, we'll see a mainly sunny sky with 22 degrees to start us off.
I think it's phenomenal. I think it's an accident waiting to happen.
Mixed reaction coming from drivers using newly installed traffic calming curbs. Where more are going up and how long they'll last next. The city is expanding a pilot project aimed at slowing down speeders near schools and crosswalks. Last year, temporary curb cuts were installed at a number of locations. Now the calming measures are being built at 9 new sites. Here's CTV's Jeff Keel with how they work and how well it's going.
You might see an odd-looking structure like this popping up on the side or right in the middle of the street.
Well, what they gonna do here?
These are temporary traffic calming devices meant to curb speed. The city installed some at select locations last year, and now they're doing 9 more this summer at Jefferson and Roberts Crescent, Flora and King, Main and Dufferin, Talbot and Elmwood, Cumberland and Edmonton, River Avenue near Arctic, Westminster and Ethelbert, John Forsyth and South St. Vital Trail, and South Glen Boulevard and Hurt Crescent.
This whole movement of traffic calming on older design streets is new and emerging.
The city says the curb cuts, as they are known, are placed near schools and crosswalks, where speeding and collisions are a problem, where intersections have wide corners, and at crosswalks with poor visibility. They say speed dropped by 10% on average at last year's installation sites. so some are welcoming the added locations like this one on South Glen.
I think it's phenomenal. I walk down here with my kids all the time, going to the playground. No one stops at this crosswalk, so it's just not enough.
It's a lot of traffic and a lot of congestion, so I think it's a good idea. It keeps the students safe.
But other drivers, as well as a number of people online, worry the new measures may be hazardous.
All of a sudden it's there, and then there's people coming the other way too, so I think it's an accident waiting to happen.
Actually, it's not supposed to be here. Yeah.
You don't like it?
Yeah, actually, I don't like it.
Public Works Committee Chair Janice Luke says where it's determined the curb cuts are not working, they will look at something else, like a speed hump. And where they are slowing traffic down, permanent measures will be built when the road is renewed.
This is what the city's doing, these pilots, to see what works and what doesn't, and before we permanently build it in.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
We won't know which, if any, of these sites will get permanent measures until the fall. Those details are expected to be shared in an annual report from the city. As for the ones installed last year, the city says it received less than 10 complaints about the temporary curbs, and it says a third of the calls were from people requesting them. Some experts say the way recent storms have formed has been unusual compared to other years.
It's a little unusual to see weather systems sort of form and decay right over top of the prairies, all in the same area, and rather slow moving. So this has probably helped contribute to some of what we've seen.
Slow-moving systems have dumped excessive rain and large hail over southern and western Manitoba, allowing severe weather to linger over the same areas for longer periods of time. For example, data from Environment and Climate Change Canada shows almost 270 millimeters of rain fell in Swan River in June, an amount the town hasn't seen in 100 years. Some scientists say Manitoba's recent storms fit a pattern climate researchers have warned about for decades. As temperatures rise, the atmosphere is going to hold on to lots of moisture, creating conditions for heavier rainfall and more intense weather.
Unless we curtail our emissions as a species very, very quickly, we're looking forward to much more severe, believe it or not, events in the future, more frequent, more severe, and longer lasting.
Forecasters say the threat of severe weather is not over, as conditions could persist for the next few weeks. Now to an update on a wildfire burning near a First Nation in northern Manitoba. About 12,000 hectares have burned near OPCN, according to its chief. All but 71 essential community members were evacuated on July 7th, with members now in Winnipeg, Brandon, and Thompson. Manitoba Hydro says around 30 poles are damaged and will need to be inspected to determine a repair timeline. OPCN's leadership says Hydro needs to do more to mitigate future problems.
There is a lot of preparedness that Manitoba Hydro has to do in order to prevent forest fires, and they know. And they promised us that they would help, like clear cutting, preparing these poles to prevent, but that support has never been there. And in situations like this, even the supports within the community, it seems like they're the last department to act.
Manitoba Hydro says it has fire mesh wrapped more than 150 poles near the First Nation, and community members were hired to cut trees where safe to do so. Hydro also tells CTV News crews will work to restore power to the community as quickly as possible, but at this time the blaze and shifting winds are making the area unsafe. People in the city of Brandon can breathe a sigh of relief. The Assiniboine River, which flows through the city, has peaked and is stable.
The river levels are forecasted to remain high for a few days before a slow decline begins.
Brandon's Mayor Jeff Fawcett says the river peaked overnight at 1,179.49 feet. He says as long as there's no additional rainfall, it's expected that the river will stay at its current level for a bit. Manitoba's second largest city has been preparing for the rising water over the past week by deploying sandbag teams and tiger dams to protect residents and infrastructure. But just because Brandon's preparation efforts have has put it into a good position, doesn't mean it's fully out of the woods yet. Fawcett says some of the most dangerous times for residents comes after peak levels have been reached.
As floodwaters withdraw, riverbanks can become unstable due to erosion, saturated ground can give way unexpectedly, and damage to flood protection measures may not always be immediately visible. Areas that appear safe may still present significant risk, even when water levels are dropping. So fast-moving water remains dangerous. Debris can emerge, erosion can weaken shorelines, dikes, and nearby infrastructure.
Evacuation notices were issued for areas around the river last week, but no orders are currently in effect. City crews are monitoring the areas being impacted by high water levels. Brandon remains in a state of emergency. Legally Blonde the musical kicks off in August at Rainbow Stage, and oh my god, you guys, today we get a peek behind the scenes. Rehearsals officially started today. The production team is still hard at work refining sets for the musical adaptation. Artistic director Carson Natras says the show is already garnering a lot of interest from the community and selling well. And for die-hard fans, it has everything you could hope to expect from Elwood's dazzling pink world.
It's everything that you expect. So everything that you know and love about the film comes, and then it just brings in all that incredible joy that musical theater has. The music is incredible. The dancing is incredible. The sets are extraordinary. It's an enormous show that will not disappoint.
Legally Blonde bends and snaps into action on August 13th and runs until the 30th. Ticket information can be found on Rainbow Stage's website. Keeping cool at the zoo, how these critters are beating the heat, plus hot and mostly sunny. We'll show you how long the heat streak will last, still to come in your complete Skywatch forecast. Tonight's Skywatch photo is an image of me sprawled out on Sunday. Just kidding. Thank you to Ross for sending in this photo of a very hot and exhausted squirrel. You can send your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at CTV.ca. And it was hot on Sunday here in Winnipeg. It got as high as 35 degrees Celsius, but it actually felt more like 48. Today, pretty similar actually, with temperatures reaching a high of 34 degrees Celsius, feeling more like 46, but things will kind of cool down. Let's take a look at what's going on. I'll move to the side here so we can get a closer look at what's going on. So these areas currently in orange, including us here in Winnipeg, are under a heat watch. This is, a heat warning, because we are just right on the tail end of that more intense weather. Just because we are expecting that to end tomorrow doesn't mean temperatures are going to get a whole lot cooler, though. And actually, they're going to get a little hotter further north. We'll talk more about just how hot it's going to get in a moment. Let's watch the radar for a second, though. As you can see, fairly clear further north. There is a slight chance of some heavier rainfall, particularly around the Hudson Bay area. But again, tomorrow we will start to see some more clouds come in the afternoon here in Winnipeg as well, and some more showers. Well, same set of showers, scattered showers in northern Manitoba are expected to last not just tomorrow, but potentially the very early hours of tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning as well. Sorry, long day. We are keeping an eye on this big and heavy system coming to us from the United States, expected to reach Saskatchewan by Wednesday morning. This system, by the time it hits us here in Manitoba, likely will be at most some scattered showers. Really, we're more so expecting rain to come to us here in Winnipeg on Friday. Taking a look at some hot temperatures, as I promised, Island Lake, it's 27 degrees as your expected high tomorrow. Lots of sunshine as well. Thompson, 26 as your high. That is due to some hot weather making your way over the next couple of days. That is why you folks were in yellow, because with these warmer temperatures, especially if you're not quite used to that high of 27, including folks in Norway House tomorrow, it could be a little risky. So make sure you are taking extra precautions as you head outside tomorrow. There is a low chance of thunderstorms in Brandon and Nipawin tonight. More likely to see a few clouds hanging around tomorrow with 28 degrees as your expected high, but a little hotter tomorrow in Dauphin with a high of 29. Here in Winnipeg tonight, a very low chance we could see a thunderstorm, more likely to be clearing overnight, starting off fairly sunny for us. However, as the day goes on, we're actually going to kind of be the cloudy spot. Hopefully that'll help keep us a little cool with that expected high of 27 degrees Celsius. Portage and Winkler, though, hotter, expected to be a high of 30 degrees. Sprague 31 tomorrow. Very similar in Dryden for you folks tomorrow with that high of 31. Slightly warmer in Fort Francis, 32 degrees as your high. Kenora, high of 30. Taking a look at our 7-day forecast, we are seeing a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. Cloudier as the afternoon goes on. However, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to watch these clouds roll in. There's a good chance on Friday we could be seeing showers. It's okay, though, because on the weekend we've got lots of sunshine for us. Hot temperatures, a high of 29 degrees on Saturday. However, as the weekend goes on, it's going to be, I guess, kind of cooler with a high of 28 on Sunday. As temperatures soar in central China, animals at one zoo are cooling off in style. To help them beat the heat, the zoo's rolled out a number of measures, including shaded shelters, misting systems, and good old-fashioned AC. There's also some fun stuff like ice blocks for them to play with and refreshing fruits and vegetables. You can once again empty your piggy banks to play air hockey, pinball, and other arcade favorites, where you can try to keep your name at the top of the scoreboard next. Grab your cash if you're heading to Winnipeg Beach. The return of a beloved community arcade is welcoming dozens of people back. CTV's Joseph Bernacki reports.
Not all the fun is outside at Winnipeg Beach. Inside the Playland arcade, players of all ages are at the air hockey table. A generational tilt is on full display.
I beat him 7-3.
To an 8-year-old grandson. It's great. I mean, I've been coming here since I was a teenager myself.
Kyler Johnson and his grandpa Scott Paluk enjoy the nostalgia of Playland while visiting Winnipeg Beach. More than 10 vintage arcade games are available, but you'll need to bring your quarters and loonies to play. Playland's owners say a nearly 70-year-old coin-operated relic is a favorite.
I think the biggest surprise has been the mechanical horse from 1957. Their faces light up when they're on it. It's really nice, and all we had to do on that one was dust it off and plug it in.
Tyler Benny and Melanie McFarland took possession in June 2025 and spent more than a year renovating the historic space. The couple reopened Playland on Canada Day. Manitoba Historical Society says the original building started in 1939 as a business to provide fast food and entertainment.
We wanted to change a whole bunch of things in our life, move out of the city, live by the water, everything, and then this place was for sale. We thought, well, let's inquire, and then before we knew it, we owned the building. And here we are, a year later. I don't know, it's been really wild.
There's no shortage of players fishing for a fight on the joysticks of this classic title as the sounds of the arcade reverberate off the walls.
The fighting one is pretty cool because I watch my brothers fight all the time, and it's just like, yeah. I just really like beating Claire. Yeah, she needs me.
A new pinball machine donated to the arcade from the record store in town will be installed this week. The couple says they are overwhelmed with support from the beachside community. They point to a friendly business owner operating a mobile lemonade stand who drove by one day.
I was working on a machine over here, and he comes and hands Mel a lemonade, and
Just says, like, thanks for opening Playland again.
Yeah.
This one's on me.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Winnipeg Beach.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
Hot tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud. There are these different four-legged creatures hitting the track at Assiniboia Downs.
And they're off!
Finding the fastest pup on the track was no small feat tonight at the Downs. Extreme temperatures delayed races by an hour to prevent hot dogs and horses. After race 3, dust kind of flew as 20 dogs went paw to paw. Tonight's top dog was Hershey, who actually received plenty of kisses from fans during his award ceremony. And that's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and good night.